Good morning, everyone. Yes, first
Morning.
of all, for those who don't know us, I'm Dana from big.consulting.
I'm Bridget from Shift One Degree. So before we start, something very, 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 very important has happened today. Not just for myself.
Happy birthday!
So funny.
Congratulations.
But a friend of mine, Willem, and a friend of mine in Germany, Julia, we have the same birthday. So for all of those born today on the 14th of July, happy, happy, happy birthday to us, to us. And yeah, just to have an awesome, awesome day. And I thought this was a really good way to start my day, because this is the only work I'm going to actually do today. But this was a good way to start the day to talk about marketing and social media with your business, because that's where you are the expert. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes. So today we're going to talk about, there's so many social media platforms. There is Pinterest, there is Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, so many. So how can you know which one is actually the right one for your business? And that's what I want to actually touch base today. And that's what we're going to talk. So Bridget, for example, will share about her business, and then you'll see by the question I'm asking, how can we know which platform is right for her business? If you want to know if you're using the right platforms, yes or not, you're more than welcome to write in a comment. If you're watching us even on a watch party, it's still live. You can still ask questions, so we're still here to answer. And let's help you figure it out, because, as entrepreneurs and small business owners, there's so many platforms and there's not that much in the day that you can actually all the time be there. So you need to be in places that can actually bring you result. And that's what we're going to touch. So for example, my first question for Bridget will be, who are you targeting? And do you know where they spend most of their time?
Well, my target market is generally women between the ages of about 35 and 55 who are self-employed, who believe in personal development. Because I think when it comes to the area that I'm very passionate about, and the area that I work in, personal development is something. You're either one of these people who believes in personal development and growth. That's why I've got a meetup group, because that's another way for me to kind of filter out people who actually believe in personal development. Because by having a meetup group, people join it because they believe what I believe. They believe about developing themselves. They join the group, then they attend my event, which also helps filter who wants to be in it and who doesn't. Because I'm never, ever, ever, ever trying to convince anybody that personal development is good for you or it's bad for you. You must do what you need to do. But there is a certain type of person, and it is women between 35 and 55, I would say, who work for themselves, who believe in developing themselves as much as developing their business.
And the nice thing in what you've done, that you really understand that you cannot be everything to everyone, and you really niche yourself. So this is one of the most important things when you actually start working on your marketing, and especially in the social media platforms, because you can get lost in all the different platforms, in all the different groups, in all the different things. And we can really need to remember you cannot be everything to everyone. So now when you know who exactly you're trying to reach out to, the next step will be to try to understand where you can find them, on which of the social media platforms you can find them. And not only where you can find them, also where are they engaging even more. So for example, I know that you for now using LinkedIn, Facebook, and you started YouTube. Am I right?
Oh, yes, YouTube. Sorry, I thought you were going to say Instagram. I was going to say, oh, gosh, we spoke about that last time and I haven't done anything. Whoopsie. Yes, YouTube, yes. But I definitely could do with a lot of help and guidance from you on how to expose them all. So, yes, I have got YouTube, but from a, step-by-step process of actually, I know you mentioned a few things, but I think like myself, like a lot of other people, if you don't work in a space that you do, as in marketing, you hear all these tips and it's like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelmed. It's almost like you want, okay, so today do this. Tomorrow, you need a step-by-step process. Maybe that's just me.
First, everyone needs a step-by-step. I also do step-by-step, and I can see that it's working. but everyone needs to find the right formula for them. But the most important thing is that you have Facebook for so long and you are growing there, like slowly, but you're growing there. You do use LinkedIn, but are you really sure that your target market is on LinkedIn, for example? I'll just give you that as a question. And for example, on the other side, I would recommend for you to check Instagram. Instagram for coaching, it's a great place to be, because the nice thing is that you can share tips and you put it in a visual, nice way. And that's Instagram all about, all the visualizing, and it's straight to the point, like people can read it, because you can use also quotes, for example, and give tips and people looking for that. You can share stories. You can use the IGTV as well as for the videos for this. And I really think that in your target market, most of them are really going to be in Instagram, for example. So that's something you also need to think about when you do it.
LinkedIn, hey? Not LinkedIn, are you on LinkedIn?
I am on LinkedIn, but I can say that LinkedIn is just for certain type of businesses.
Yeah.
And there are people missing out. And even LinkedIn now becoming like more like a copy paste of Facebook, because they're also having all these groups and a lot of people just publishing themselves in these groups. And that's the one thing that I always remind to people. You've got so many Facebook groups, but you need to really start engaging in the groups and not just posting an advert and leaving that group. And start answering people's questions. And that's why for you, I would use, for example, Facebook on the sides of mainly the groups, and start texting there and answering people's questions. And then you will see who's exactly are interested and understanding that it needs to do the personal development side, because that's how you will know by the part of the conversation. That's one. Then, of course, the YouTube.
I just want to say one thing about LinkedIn. I want to share this because I don't know if anyone else feels the same way. But like when it comes to Facebook, people that you become connected to or people that I become friends with, there's some kind of a connection through somebody or something or similar industries or whatever. We become connected. Great. But then what I find on LinkedIn is somebody will, want to join, want to connect up with me. And I'll go, okay, we connect up. Literally, we've just met. We haven't met, but you know what I'm saying. And then they send me a message trying to sell me something. It drives me nuts. Do not friend me and sell me something that I just don't get it. Like, it's just bizarre. So even if you're somebody who's not a marketing expert by any stretch of the imagination, one thing that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you don't have the relationship and nobody's asking for what you're giving, don't sell stuff. Like, just don't.
So I want to say to this, that's first one of the things that happened to LinkedIn. And that's why I'm really saying, like, the fact that there is a platform like LinkedIn doesn't mean that your business needs to be in a LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn became more and more like an advert, more and more like what Facebook used to be. And it's easier to send a private message and for you to see it, because you're going to definitely see it. On Facebook, you need to know to go to the others, and it's more complicated for people to come and see. But that's what I'm saying. First of all, understand who you're targeting, right? Who's your target market? Learn as much as you can about them. Start doing research. See where they are spending their time, but separate between, are they spending their time, for example, on Instagram for personal needs, or also for business-wise? And depend on your business, know where you need to be there, if you need to be there or not. And then find a way also, like, for example, for you, YouTube is a good option for your business, but not because you're doing coaching, because you're also doing coaching and you're making videos. But for people who do coaching and videos are not their thing and they still don't feel comfortable with it, so they don't need YouTube, right? So why be in a platform just to be in a platform? And that's what you need to.
I think that meetup is good. I mean, it's a monthly fee of, I think it's about 500 Rand, something like that, a monthly fee of that. But what I really, really do think it's good, because I think it's very quietly, and I'd love your opinion on this, but I think it's very quietly in the background. It pops up. It's completely your choice. If you go onto the platform, you want to join a group, you do. You don't pay a cent as somebody who joins a group. If you want to then attend events, you can, and it's going to be like-minded people, whether it's hiking or whether it's bird watching or whatever rocks your socks, And I think that is it's such a good way to connect with people without being in their face and trying to sell to them. It's connecting with like-minded people.
So I think in general, when you look at social media platforms,
Yeah.
look at this as part of you building community around you, you building relationships. Don't look at it as I'm trying to sell a product, I'm trying to sell my service. You're not. Take it out of the equation, okay? This is not how you look at your business. If you really want to grow with your business and to grow the right way, not just to find yourself on a survival mode at all the time, you trying to get another close deal from here and there. Look at it as how you build relationships. You are solving a problem. You're not selling a product. So that's why I understand these things behind. And I think the good thing about Meetup is that first, as a business, if you're the type of business that organizing networking events and meetings like this and webinars a lot, it's a great platform for you to spend that money because it's going to help you to get the exposure and build event groups. But if you don't need all of this, so why spend the money? Just join freely for the different groups and get the networking side. But again, it's a business.
Yeah, I think also, especially if you're not going to have an event, and again, this is where you come in. I mean, I'm just guessing, but if you're not going to have an event, so you do a bi-weekly, I do a bi-weekly. So if you're going to have the group and have a bi-weekly or a monthly event, fantastic. But again, I think if you're just going to have a group without any kind of event, I'm not quite sure if that's actually worth it, because you're going to spend the money every month, but you're not building the relations for getting to know the people. They just join on. And I think then people get bored and they join something else. So yeah, I think if that's what you're saying, I think that, that ties in. You need to build that relationship, and it doesn't happen just because somebody's on your platform. You actually have to engage with each other. Yeah.
It is. And that's what people are missing out. Even using Facebook, right? You decided that Facebook is the platform for you. But one of the things in Facebook is that you don't need to invest much time on your business page. I'm not saying not, because you need to have content over there, because people will check if you have like new content over there, that it's actually an active page and not something that you neglect. But what's working more and more since the corona started is the groups. And that's what Facebook encouraging. And other social media platforms, that's what they're doing. That's how the algorithm works, right? If you can get people to stay for much longer in their platforms, they will put your post up there. They're not going to block you that quick for certain stuff. They're going to put you more out there, and that's where you want to be. And Facebook, what they've done is that's what they're doing since the corona started. They're really promoting and pushing the groups. So if you have a certain theme for your business, you can maybe start a group. Like I've got 2 groups that I manage. One is for a challenge and one is for a big community in a different country. And you can see the difference how Facebook is keep on pushing and promoting it and helping to get people more and more out there. Instagram, for example, is the same thing. It's not to chase after the likes. It's actually after people saving your post, engaging, writing comments, and not just like a hi or like putting like an emoji. They're actually looking like at least like 4 keywords, like words to put inside. And that's how they're going to say it as a proper comment. And they say, oh, there's a discussion there. Cool. I'm going to actually promote this one more and more. But if I'll go and sum it all up, because there's like so much to talk about social media platforms, and we're going to touch them every Tuesday. We're going to speak about the marketing side of the business, and every Friday we're going to speak about the personal development side. As I said before,
I think also we another topic, because I know I saw about your story and your branding, and I know that's something that you're very passionate about, and I think that's something else. We could, in one of our Tuesday sessions, is to talk about, are you being consistent with your message, whatever that is, whether it's sharing a message, putting a quote, whatever you're putting on your page or any of your social media platforms, is it consistent with who you are? Or if you go to your various platforms, is it like, is it confusing about what you're trying to say?
It is, and I can say, and that's why for those of you who want to join, there's also on my page, and I can put links. I've started yesterday the 5 days challenge on how to share your brand story and why. And that's lovely, because we all have a story behind us. And that's what the social media platforms are helping us to put that story out there, to use it to build connections, to build relationships. So when you look at the platforms, I'm really just going to sum it up. And again, if someone want to go live with us, and that will give him like tips on his business on a marketing side, personal development side. Just put your name out there in the comments, and we'll add you to this. We're more than happy to do it. But if I'll sum it all up, make sure first of all that you know who you're targeting. Get as much information as you can about them. That's the first step. The second step, start to do some research. Understand where are they spending their time. The fact that they're spending their time, for example, they can spend their time on Instagram or on TikTok, but are they using it for their business or just for fun? If they use it just for fun, so it's not necessarily the place for you to be there, because they're not going to really look at you and follow you over there, right? But the other thing that you also need to remember that it's okay to have all the different platforms, but some for your personal life and some for your business. But it's also okay to sometimes use certain features in one of the platforms to help the other platform to grow. So for example, you can make a nice video on TikTok and use the features there, but use it for your
that.
I've done it.
That was amazing. Well done. Yeah, I saw that. That was really
You
good.
use it for like Instagram to promote it there in your story, and you can also use it to promote stuff on Facebook. So why not? But really think about it. And I think you need to also follow up all the time on the platforms, because as I said, LinkedIn have changed. And LinkedIn is a better platform for a certain type of business, and especially also for the people that looks searching for a job. It's more for the recruitment company, but less. So people are trying to build connections there, but it's not that strong over there. It's more strong for like B2B market, okay? Business to business. When I'm trying to get with my business to the procurement manager, I'll reach out to him through there. So
or
not
for something overseas. Say, you know, you wanted to move, I don't know, to New Zealand or Australia or something. Probably a good platform to do something like that, possibly, you know?
It's also, and that's why I understand the different platforms and understand the changes that happen in the platforms. So those platforms all the time changing the algorithm. And for example, if I'll take Pinterest, so if you have target market is American, or you want to have it to become as a passive income, and you have content that can reach out to American, so that's a great platform for you. There's so many ones, but the bottom line, no matter what you chose for your business, first start with one platform as a start. Dominate that platform. Know exactly what's working and what's not. Then move to the second one, then to the third. But really try not to be everywhere. Because I had another client that she was asking, no, but I want to be in Instagram. I was like, but why do you want to be in Instagram? No, because everyone is in Instagram. I'm missing out something. And then we spoke about it, and she realized that Instagram is not a platform for her at all. On the personal side, yes, but not for the business. So why spend time and energy and sometimes even money on people that guides you or adverts to a platform that you're not really going to use and you're not going to benefit? So think about it from a business side. Can I get my clients there? Can I move them from potential clients to clients? Is this the right platform for you to use? If so, be there and start learning it and start seeing how you can actually benefit the most of that platform. But really try to spend your money wisely and your time wisely, and don't spread to be everywhere. So if you still have questions and you're not sure, you're more than welcome to send me a private message or to the big.consulting page. And if someone want to have a networking event today at 11 o'clock, which is very soon, and we're going to actually talk about target markets. So you're more than welcome to join as well. And that's it.
We'll be back on Friday, and we'll be talking about some aspects of personal development.
Yes. So have an awesome week. And again, for those of you who missed in the beginning, happy birthday, Bridget.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.